Hey there, it's BitB, and welcome out to another BitB stream. Thanks for coming out. It is Saturday, and I'm playing a little bit more Ace Attorney Investigations. So, this game is going on for a very long time. I wanted to mention that. I think, I forget, this is either the 9th or the 10th episode of me doing this. Maybe it's the 11th, God, I don't know. And we've only gotten through 3 chapters. Holy hell. Like, this is a meaty freaking game. Again, it's one of those tenets of things, of the reasons why I'm kind of upset that this game didn't come out in the States. And how much more thankful I am at the fact that there was a fan translation. So again, thank you to the fan translation team. Again, I haven't done that much as of late, but seriously, I think it needs to be said and stated. But anyway, I think, yeah, we were moving on to the 4th chapter. Now, I should mention that out of curiosity, I decided to go and check out the wiki for Ace Attorney Investigations Prosecutor's Path. I didn't actually read it, but I took a look at how many chapters there were and how long they were. And it looks like the previous chapter is the longest chapter that exists in this game. So, you know, the longest, most tedious is pretty much out of the way. Unless the final chapters of the game are ridiculously stupid. Which, that might happen. But I don't know. But anyways. Let me turn that crap down. There, I'll also take off that headphones. Okay, so episode 2, episode 3, and now we have episode 4, The Forgotten Turnabout. I do not know what the heck this could be about. Episode 4, Forgotten Turnabout. From here on out, let the council decide. Let our members discuss this matter with a clear conscience of the goddess of law. Hi. Today's deliberation shall be about Miles Edgeworth's aptitude and the Hey. Who are you? Why are you wearing that raincoat? Holy shit! Well, hopefully her ninja reflexes save her from that. Oh dear. That won't be fun. Now, before I get moving, though, I would like to mention that today I'm feeling kind of really weirdly out of the under the weather. Not really like mentally. I'm pretty clear and my head's all cleared up, but for some reason physically I feel achy. I don't know why. I'm planning on going to the doctor to see why the heck. But yeah, if I feel weak or tired in any way, shape, or form, I may have to duck out a tiny bit early. But I'm perfectly good. I just need to drink plenty of liquids. Anyway. April 5th, 1:23 p.m., High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. Howdy, folks. Calm down, you're getting dust everywhere. I'll get dust anywhere I want, sir. No, I've already cleaned this room 3 times since this morning. Well, now you'll need to do it a 4th time. You're way too calm, sir. What if they actually take your badge? A decision has not yet been made. But it looks like it's pretty much decided. Don't you remember what Judge Courtney said? Flashback. Prosecutor Edgeworth, the PIC has you in its sights. They will receive a report on everything you did here today. And you will most likely be required to appear before them. That doesn't mean, badge taking. It very strongly hints at it, but positives. I have been ordered to attend the meeting. That is all. I hate this, sir. I won't be able to work with you anymore. As a detective, perhaps you should welcome this turn of events. You would no longer have to work with such a troublesome prosecutor as myself. Why would you say something like that, sir? The problem is with the PIC and their false accusations. Mr. Edgeworth, don't tell me you actually want to become a defense attorney. I mean, it'd be nice. Because you can't do that? Being a prosecutor is exactly what makes you Prosecutor Edgeworth, sir. A defense attorney, I like the ring. No. I became a prosecutor because of the incident where I lost my father. However, the reason I became interested in the legal world was because my father, who passed away, had been a defense attorney. To fight crime as a prosecutor, or to save people as a defense attorney. I want you to think carefully about how you want to live your life from now on. Are you listening, sir? I don't like this one bit. There's no need for you to be so pessimistic. Maybe my replacement will be more lenient during your salary assessments. I see. That way I can eat more than just instant noodles every day. Wait, what am I saying? That's not the point here. He was actually imagining it. We're busy right now. Come back later, pal. Ooh, hi. Doctor.
Paging Mr. Edgeworth. Is there a Mr. Miles Edgeworth here?
Mr. Edgeworth is busy now. I'll listen to whatever you have to say, pal. Later.
This isn't good. Your face has become all red.
Hey, it's a doctor! Hi, can you see me, miss?
Red face.
Like I said, we're kind of busy right now, so...
I've got it! You have a tummy ache, right? This calls for an injection. Stat, please, roll up your sleeves.
No, I'm perfectly healthy. Who might you be?
I'm so sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Karen Jensen.
Karen.
I'm a registered nurse at the Die Young Hospital.
Fuck, that's grim. I'm sorry, but nobody here is sick. You must have the wrong room.
Are you Miles Edgeworth? You have such great wrinkles between your brow. Could it be lupus?
This calls for an injection. God damn it. It's not lupus. It's never lupus. Just tell me what business you have with me.
Yes. Actually, there's someone who would like to see you. Please, wait a moment. I'll call them here right now.
But wait. Don't you look at me with those puppy dog eyes. She left, sir. I wonder who she's gonna bring. If she's bringing someone from the hospital, could it be a patient, sir? Maybe it's someone who was traumatized by your harsh words. What is that supposed to mean? See, when you glare at me like that, it feels like I'm going to have a heart attack. You could send someone to the hospital with that. Is it really that bad? It's just me being my normal self, though. What do we have here? Oh, fuck, no.
Sorry for the wait. Well, what do you think?
What do I think? Do you not recognize me? Now that she mentions it, I feel like I've met her before.
This card. Your name was written on it? Do you know who I am?
Mr. Edgeworth? Maybe you really did send her to the hospital? Of course not! But this is your business card, sir. It clearly says, Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth. That's true.
I am terribly sorry. Well... The truth is, this girl suffers from memory loss.
Memory loss? Why is the elongation on there?
Yes, that seems to be the case. I hear her parents should be worried sick right now. They probably haven't been able to sleep. I doubt they've gotten more than 8 hours.
Isn't that plenty of sleep? Not to a nurse, apparently. I see. Sure sounds horrible. But it's alright now. Since she has that business card, she must be an acquaintance of Mr. Edgeworth's. Just leave it to us, pal. Right, Mr. Edgeworth? Did someone say loss? Oh, god damn it, that meme. Indeed, we might be able to verify her identity, at least.
Would you really do that for me?
First, I'd like you to tell us everything that you know. That's all, Mr. Edgeworth. You have nothing to worry about now, miss. Good grief. But still, where to begin? What should I ask her first? Miss, do you remember your name?
My name... I am terribly sorry. She's been like this ever since yesterday, you know?
So you found her yesterday.
Wow, that's amazing! How'd you know? Little bit spotty for a nurse, don't you think?
What a tiresome woman.
I found her stumbling around late last night, so I took her in. I wanted to help her out, so I looked through her things.
So that's how you found my business card. Did she have anything else with her?
Nothing to reveal her name or address. But she was wearing this when I found her. It's an unusual design, don't you think?
Done!
What? This badge is... What? The Yatagarasus... That means... It couldn't be... Are you K?
Maybe I am K, but I'm definitely not K.
K?
Oh, dear.
You are K, right?
I am... K.
K? Don't you remember me? I mean, you'd always call me Gummy, pal.
Gummy? I would call one of my elders something so rude? I'm so sorry! What a horrible thing I did! I feel like my heart's gonna burst from guilt.
Just what happened to you, pal? You become so sensitive. If you're this sensitive and delicate and frail, then you're not even K anymore. You're someone else, pal. Watch your words, detective. If you say that, it almost sounds like K isn't sensitive or delicate at all. Although I can't deny there is some truth to what he says.
What sort of person was I before I lost my memory?
Well, for starters, your name was Kay Faraday, a cheerful girl full of spirit and vigor, and a great thief.
Great thief?
Yes, to put it frankly, a great thief steals valuables from people's drawers and safes.
Steal? I caused so much trouble for others? I'm so sorry. I never imagined I would be a criminal. Maybe losing my memory was retribution for my crimes.
No, you didn't actually. This is so messed up, sir.
But it does sort of make sense, you know. These gloves and stuff, they look just like what a thief might wear.
Those clothes! You stripped her! You harlot!
Yes, she was wearing them when I found her. I had her change her clothes, so I'm holding on to them for now.
Something appears to be stuck on her clothes. Perhaps it has something to do with Kay's memory loss. I'll send it down to the lab later and have them check it out, sir. Good. I'll be counting on you, Detective Gumshoe.
At any rate, these really look like a thief's clothes, don't they? I am a criminal.
It's true you were a great thief, but never once did you commit a crime. That alone, I can assure you.
Is that so?
It's probably better if I don't press the issue any further.
Well, this is miserable.
I'm really sorry for not remembering you. What kind of relationship do we have?
Well, that's rather difficult to explain. You were a pain in my sides. Every 5 minutes you'd be spouting something stupid.
The songs are normal themes slowed down. Oh, I love that when games do that. I remember, well, okay. To bang on about Undertale, they did that a whole bunch.
Kate, you were, Mr. Edgeworth's assistant.
Oh my, so then a prosecutor is the kingpin of a great thief?
No, that's not what I meant, pal. The last time I met Kay was the day before yesterday. Just what did she do from then up until now? Miss Jensen, was the badge the only thing the girl had on her?
She did have some other things, but I don't think they will be very helpful at all.
I don't mind. Please show me them to me.
Well then, I'll give them to you one by one, okay?
Ooh. Oh, it's the German ninja. This is a German ninja's mask.
Maybe she went to a superhero show or something. This seems to be a letter addressed to Kay. This is a ticket stub, and this is
A flower made of cloth? Like the ones you usually see in restrooms, sir?
a corsage. It's used primarily as an accessory for women.
And something she usually doesn't wear, so that's weird.
Well, that's everything. Did you find anything out?
Not really, but they were just a bunch of random things.
I'll have to look them over in more detail later.
Or I could take a look at them now and save us a little bit of time and thought and all these kinds of things. Anyway, I think I might actually do that real quick. Maybe if there's anything I can look at directly. The Yatagarasu badge Kay is always wearing. Anything strange about it? I don't know. Grab my mouse. No, it's just a regular old pin.
This is the badge that Kay is always wearing. It's emblazoned with the mark of the Yatagarasu, and it really stands out. I doubt there are any thieves who would actually wear it.
Definitely. It's kind of like I've seen this several times online of just people talking about how, like, ninjas should not have defining factors. The entire idea of ninja is you cannot be seen easily, and also you are unidentifiable. The Jammin Ninja mask, which is a blatant stray from what a ninja is supposed to wear. Replica of the Jammin Ninja mask made out of cheap plastic. A letter in Kay's possession. It is addressed to Kay. Sure, I'll read her horrible mail. I promise that I'll get it back for you. Your most precious memory, Jill. That's ominous. Ticket stub. Ticket stub used to enter the Grand Tower viewing platform. Now we have a location. Admit 1. And there's the time. I'm sure that's going to be important. She went in as a student? Someone tells me she lied. Purple flower. Cloth decorated, shaped like a purple flower, called a corsage.
Oh, this is horrible. Kay's lost her memory.
She's 17. Okay, well, alright, she's within school age, but is she actively going to school? She has never really talked about that.
How do we get her back to normal? Calm down, Detective. I have already thought of something.
Oh, as I would expect of Mr. Edgeworth. So, what did you find out, sir?
Look at this ticket stub.
Oh, it's a ticket for the viewing platform of the Grand Tower.
Student can just refer to kid. Fair enough. I still like to think that somehow she, like, cheated and said, oh no, I get student discount. I swear.
Miss Nurse, do you know anything about the Grand Tower?
Of course I do. It's a super famous dating spot after all. They say that if a couple holds hands up there, they will be together forever. Teehee.
The timestamp on the ticket is from yesterday. Moreover, it is only valid on the day of issue. Since she only has the stub, she must have used it, right? It is very likely. Well, let's go.
Right now, sir?
The cause of Kay's memory loss is hidden in her actions.
But what about the PIC?
It's still too early for me to be summoned there.
So should I leave Kay with you then?
That is what I would prefer. Kay, you're fine with that, right?
Yes, please. Thank you very much. Well, I have to get back to work, so if anything happens, please contact the Die Young Hospital. If you guys need an injection, I'll be there anytime, any place.
Yes, I understand. I don't think I will call her for an injection, though.
An injection of what? Is the question. Loved her shocked sprite in this state. Yeah. It's very much different. So it works really well with the whole memory loss. It's just like, who am I? Well then, let's go, detective. And you too, Kay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for helping me.
We need to get you into some brighter clothes because that stuff is boring. April 5th, 2:07 p.m. Outside Grand Tower, Tower Plaza.
According to the pamphlet, this building is 50 stories tall. It's mostly filled with offices, though. Only the viewing platform is open to the public. Here you go, sir. I just got this at the reception desk.
Good, thank you.
Cool.
Well then, let us head inside immediately. Eek! The Grand Tower. What the fuck? What? No, you can't. Please stop. Please, I beg of you. Oh, it's no good. Unless I drink fresh milk, my thoughts just won't reach.
What's wrong, pal? Did something happen to the Grand Tower?
Cut! Cut, 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 cut! Excuse me, we're sort of in the middle of a shooting movie and, oh my god! Here's a character I never thought would come back.
I suspected as much. We are sorry for any trouble we've caused you. Detective Gumshoe. I'm sorry, pal. I really thought the tower was gonna collapse or something.
Oh, whatever. Hey, director, I'm taking a break. I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. What a relief. It looks like the tower's collapse was prevented somehow.
Explaining all this to Kay as she is now would take more than it's worth.
If I remember her name, I am qualified for a premium account. Penny! I would like my premium account gold-studded.
Well then, we should get going.
Oh wow, we're not even going to acknowledge her? Oh, Penny what? Shit. Okay, well, rescind that, because I don't remember her last name. It's gotta be some kind of a pun, right? Maybe. Oh, well. April 5th, 2:18 p.m., Grand Tower viewing platform. It's very pretty up here, I'll say that.
Wow, what a view! I bet I can see my house from here.
Dick, the wind is just really strong up here.
Technically, Edgy barely saw her. She was never... Well, yeah, I know that. It makes sense that... I guess I'm just sad that she didn't somehow become another, like, side character for some reason somehow here. Which would have been hilarious and make no sense.
Everything should be fine as long as you stay close to me and Mr. Edgeworth, pal. If you start to blow away, one of us will be sure to catch you.
It's not if she's a kite. She definitely flew like one.
Kay, do you recognize this place?
I don't know. Was I really here?
Maybe if I get her to talk a bit, it'll help her jog her memory.
Oh god, are we gonna have to play like logic chess with someone who has no memory or logic? That would be hilarious.
Kay, just tell me whatever you remember. Anything will do.
Okay, but I don't know how much it'll help. I'll help. Memories. Did I really come to a place like this? It's so high up and the wind is so strong. It's frightening. I just can't remember. I can't remember anything at all. I'm sorry. Just as I thought. It's impossible.
Our memory isn't clearing up at all, huh?
I'm sorry. It's a bit pathetic, isn't it? You're both going out of your way for me, but I'm not helping at all.
You're doing just fine. You have memory loss, after all. All right, Mr. Edgeworth. Remember, go easy on her, sir. Normally you have this really intense, kind of scary look on your face. You're not helping, detective!
Right. Yeah, we'll cut through it Gently. I suppose just for, tradition's sake and safety net's sake, I'll save. Why would I get hurt from making bad choices here? I don't know why. But... boink. Did I really come to a place like this? Press!
This ticket stub proves that you were indeed here.
But I really don't remember coming here at all. I don't think I would want to come to a place like this. It's so high up and the wind is so strong, it's frightening.
You used to love places like these, though.
Was that really me? We're so high up, just looking down makes me dizzy. I think these kind of places should be shut down. What if an elderly person or a small child were to fall off?
The railing here is quite high. I think your worries are unfounded.
Is that so?
I'm reminded of a bunch of rooftops in Japan that have got, like,
really, like, high up fences so that it's, like, really difficult to jump over them. Partially because of miscreants, and partially because of darker things, but, I just can't remember. I can't remember anything at all.
You say you don't remember anything. In that case, is there anything that looks familiar?
Looks familiar. Oh, the cherry tree.
What about the cherry tree?
I was standing under that cherry tree. That's right. I was taking shelter from the rain because it was raining then. And there, a red... I saw something red.
She was under the cherry tree while it rained. And from there, she saw something red.
Is something wrong?
It's nothing. Could you add that last part to your story?
But from under the cherry tree, I feel like I saw something red.
A red what exactly?
Red, something or other. It was something red. That's all I can remember about it.
Speaking of things that are red here, could it be that stand over there?
Stand, a red stand. Oh, that's right! I saw someone walking towards me from the other side of the stand.
And then what happened?
And then, I'm sorry.
It's alright, simply add everything you just said to your story.
That's right, someone was walking towards me from the other side of that stand.
By that stand, do you mean the stand directly behind you?
Yes, from behind that red stand, someone came walking towards me. I saw it from under the cherry tree.
You've been saying that you saw someone. Does that mean you didn't see their face? Or was it a person you didn't know?
I'm sorry, that much I don't know.
So someone came walking towards her from behind the red stand, and she saw that from beneath the cherry tree.
I'm sorry, just as I thought, it's impossible.
Is there nothing else that comes to mind? It doesn't have to be related to the case.
Even if it's not related, well... Oh, I remember that the stand there was selling cotton candy.
If you're hungry, you should just say so.
I'll make sure to buy one for you later, pal. Thank you very much. I look forward to it.
There's not much I can do unless I can draw out more information from her. For now, I'll press her for more details and see what I can find out.
Well, I've already done so. I've pretty much pressed all of the things. So... the farthest thing I figured out, someone was walking towards me from the other side of the stand. Do I have any kind of proof to show that somebody was walking from the other side of the stand? Or could it have been somebody in the Jam and Ninja mask, perhaps? Oopsies. Someone. Face, that much I don't know. So perhaps just by presenting the mask, she might be able to figure it out. Maybe. Let's try it. Fuck. Never mind.
Kay, have a look at this. Don't you remember something?
What about it?
I would think the connection between you and this piece of evidence is obvious.
Kay's lost her memory, so you shouldn't say something so thoughtless.
Oh, so this wasn't related.
You can't be so rough on her and her condition, sir.
That's right. Maybe I should think a bit more carefully first.
Okay. So, it appears the person in the hood was not wearing the Gem Ninja's mask then. Letter in case... maybe this has something to do with it. I promise that I'll get it back for you, your most precious memory. I don't know if I see anything particular about that. Contains a cross-section of the tower and an overhead view of the platform. Cherry tree cut... yeah. It seems pretty clear. She would have absolutely seen him walking that direction. Or her. I have no idea who was in it. In the hood. Cloth decorated, shaped like purple flower. And then this. Okay. So this is the thing. I mean, I'm going to try and present... No, I mean, I already tried, but... Someone came walking towards her from behind the red stand. And she saw that from beneath the cherry tree. So I wonder if there is anything to do with just the placement of things then. If that is the case. Aha! Okay. Not 100%. But let's see.
So you're saying that someone came from behind the stand and walked directly towards you?
Yes, someone came right up to me.
Then that someone must have been a ghost.
No, it was a person, I'm sure of it.
If this is where you were under the cherry tree, then someone behind the stand wouldn't have any ground to stand on. They'd be floating in midair.
Oh. Okay. I understand now.
No person should be able to stand there.
Steak! So she did see a ghost. But I'm not lying. Someone in red was on the other side of the stand and they were walking towards me, getting closer and closer, and then that person...
Oh, God.
What's wrong? Calm down. It's all right. Me and Mr. Edgeworth are both here for you, pal.
I was pushed off. That person in red, yes, they were wearing a red raincoat.
Someone in a red raincoat was walking in midair? And furthermore, they pushed her off the building? Nonsense! There's no way she could be alright after falling from a building that high.
Uh-oh. Oh, the police are here. Attention, everyone. Please remain where you are.
Oh, what's wrong, pal? I'm a detective. Tell me what's going on.
Sir, a body was just discovered in the building. Oh, boy.
A body?
Who is the victim?
We're currently investigating the details, but the victim is a woman. We have verified that her name is Kay.
What? What?
What? Why, I'm very confused about this. Are we dealing with multiple ghosts? And also some kind of a con? That certainly doesn't look like Kay to me. Zero amperage in the channel. What? April 5th, 2:36 p.m. Grand Tower PIC meeting room.
This room is... Would this room happen to be...
Yes, sir. It's the Prosecutorial Investigation Committee's meeting room. Convenient!
What? It's here?
I'd heard they'd recently moved out of the Prosecutor's building, but I think that they moved here of all places. Oh, hello.
Mr. Edgeworth, Kang!
And this lady.
What brings you here? How are you holding up?
We're in the middle of an investigation right now. Sorry, but who might this very strange purple-haired lady be? Looks a very tiny bit like, Professor Farnsworth.
Ah, this is my granny. Let me just, Hi there, Sonny. The name's Bonnie Young. Yeah. Who the heck are you? She says.
It is a pleasure to meet you. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I'm a prosecutor. Miss Jensen, isn't Young the name of a...
Granny is the director of the Die Young Hospital.
She certainly didn't die young. This old lady is the director?
Who you calling old, she says.
She can read my thoughts? Oh, so that granny's pretty important, huh?
I wouldn't go that far. I mean, yes, she is. These people are the patient's guardians. You know, the ones with amnesia.
It seems she is a bit of an introvert.
Hey, Sonny, want me to cure that bad case of the frownies for you, she says.
I'm afraid that's an incurable disease for Mr. Edgeworth, pal.
Really, Granny? You want me to say that? I ain't got nothing to say to you whippersnappers. You're free to do whatever you want. But you better not get in the way of my autopsy.
Please, wait, where...
No means no.
Hey, you don't have the right to decide that, pal.
Shit, why? What?
Sorry, Granny is the coroner, you see. And she's in charge of this case. So... Ouch! So, I'm very sorry, but that's the way it is.
What do you mean that's the way it is, pal?
Well, even if you ask me, I'm not the one who said it.
I kind of feel like I'm watching a comedy act, sir.
Yes. Who you calling dummy?
Well, we need to get back to the autopsy, so please excuse us and take care.
Great. Roadblock.
What was with her attitude?
We received permission to investigate. There shouldn't be any problems.
That attitude of hers is a huge problem, sir.
Mr. Edgeworth, what do we do now?
We'll investigate the scene, of course. As a prosecutor, I cannot stand by and do nothing.
And she apparently is, yeah. Her amnesia kind of gets in the way of the MO being like, okay! Oh shit, where's Little Thief? I just realized that.
Well then, let's begin.
But the policeman said the dead person is also named K? Then I'm pretty sure I'm not the K that you know, Mr. Edgeworth.
We shall investigate that now, but don't worry. There's no question that you are the K I know.
Okay.
An amnesiac K and a corpse K. Both are connected to the Grand Tower. I'm certain that this case will lead me to K's lost memories.
Cool. So, we can do nothing with the corpse. Great. You have any information for me?
You there, tell me the situation about the security of this room.
Yes, sir. To handle this room, a special key card is required. Damn it, I'm tired of seeing all these keys.
I see. In other words, not just anyone can enter this room. So, the person who found the body was also...
Yes, it was a member of the PIC who had come here for today's hearing.
A member of the PIC. If not for this case, right now I would be...
Collar pull.
There's there's rows and rows of books. This solemn atmosphere is kind of scary, sir. scary? I would think that books foster a feeling of familiarity.
Actually, I once got in a lot of trouble for running through the library at full speed, sir. But this isn't a library, so a light jog should be fine, right?
If I don't make sure to stop him, he might actually do it.
That is very accurate to Gumshoe. Okay, so dead person was found right here. That's fun. That's fine. What else?
These bookshelves are very well organized. Looking at them feels good.
That's true. There's not even a speck of dust on them. But I'm also extremely dedicated to cleaning your office, sir. First I sweep, then I vacuum, next I wipe everything clean twice, and then I wax the...
It'd be nice if you were this dedicated to your real job.
I don't know, maybe you should hire him as a cleaner or something. And give him some extra income.
This lady, this is Lady Justice.
You sure do know a lot, sir. So what kind of powers does she have?
She is a symbol of justice, not a superhero. It said the scales represent justice, the sword, power, and the blindfold, equality. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny of this bloodstain. A pool of blood lies at the feet of the goddess statue. Judging from the pool of blood, it seems that this was where the victim was killed.
But, sir, the body's over there.
Yes, bodies can be moved, Gumshoe. After murdering the victim, did the killer move the body?
And why? Excuse me, what? Who? What? Oh, hey! What are we doing here?
You are... Oh, yes, what is it? That voice is Von Karma, right? Do you know her, Granny?
Oh, yes, we do.
Good to see you again, Doctor. And you as well, Miles Edgeworth.
What is she doing here?
Franziska Von Karma. She is a prosecutor working with Interpol and the daughter of Manfred Von Karma. She should be jetting around the world right now.
Wherever there's a case, I will follow. National borders mean nothing before me.
Your presence here must mean that this case has international significance.
You know well enough that I'm chasing a smuggling ring.
Ooh, nice whip sound.
I shall recover all the stolen goods and crush that organization.
Then, does that mean the smuggling ring is also involved in this particular case?
Any further information is confidential. I'm not obligated to speak of it with you.
So it won't be that easy.
No. Play logic chess. Although she is probably a gigantic tank.
Miss Franziska, I'm on Karma. Granny says the autopsy is complete. You're free to do what you want.
In that case, we would like to investigate as well.
I've heard rumors about you. No way am I letting you near that body. You're that prosecutor who is about to get the boot. You best run on home now, Sonny. Just so you know, I wasn't the one who said that, okay? Please, Granny, we need to investigate, no matter what. Hey, lassie, who you calling Granny?
You, Granny?
I'm sorry.
We're not getting anywhere. I guess I'll have no other choice. Franziska, please allow us to aid you in your investigation. We must examine that body in order to find out what happened to Kay.
To Kay Faraday?
I'm asking you too, sir. Kay's in really bad shape.
I don't know what's going on, but fine. I'll grant you permission.
Franny.
Say the thing, Edgy. Don't make me. Of course, I didn't say it would come without a price. You'll explain everything to me later.
We really owe you one, sir.
I wasn't talking to you, Scruffy.
I missed that whip.
Yo!
So that's how it is. If you would be so kind as to authorize them to, Doctor? Doctor? I suppose it's fine if he's with the prosecutor from the Interpol. Is what she says. And I fully agree with Granny. By the Von Karma name, the entire world would be judged. That's just common knowledge.
That's rather conceited for common knowledge.
Do it!
Fine, please, Sister Fwanzy.
Well, it's not on my beeswax anymore, is what she says. I hope you don't get in trouble for this. You needn't worry. My reputation will not be shaken by something so petty.
Unlike me, who is on the verge of losing his badge. Miss Von Karma, greatest prosecutor, will you let me, a low rookie, help you?
Okay, body time. Also, what's underneath the body?
It's half of a large round table with 11 chairs. It seems to be based off a certain legend. Oh, I know the one, sir. It's the famous Knights of the Brown Table.
Oh, keep thinking what you think, Gumshoe. Never stop.
Was I wrong? Knights of the Clown Table? Knights who say nee! He's getting colder, but I won't say anything. Whoa! That's grim. This body... It's not Kay, sir! It doesn't look like her at all! Of course it isn't. Kay is alive, after all. Her age is, I guess around 30, and she's wearing a pantsuit. Maybe she worked in one of the offices in the building. So her identity is still unknown. Question now becomes, why did the police believe her name was Kay?
Monty Python reference. Yeah, now all we need is a reference to a dead parrot and we're good.
I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
This is an ex-lady.
Something seems to be pinned to her jacket. It's made out of purple cloth. It looks like it's been forcibly torn off, doesn't it? There doesn't seem to be anything in this pocket. This pocket has holes in it, sir. Judging by how the cloth was pierced, she must have been stabbed by some sharp object. All your coins would fall out of those holes, sir. Detective, haven't you ever heard of a wallet?
Well, yeah, but a wallet is real nice when you have money.
Of course I have, sir. I just use my pockets, though. Most people do, right? Never mind.
Let's see. You got blood on your palm.
The left side of her white jacket has been stained a deep red. This jacket. The buttons are on the right side. Isn't that normal, sir? All my clothes have the buttons on the right side. For women, it is normal to have them on the left side. Mr. Edgeworth, you really do know everything. That's just common knowledge. There doesn't seem to be anything out of place. There's something white in her pocket. They're gloves. Pure white ones. One for each hand, sir. The blood on her hand?
This makes it a clear case. She murdered herself! Zero? I don't know. I don't know about that one.
This notebook! In that Kay's promise notebook?
How'd that get here?
This is the notebook she wrote all her promises to her father in. It really takes me back, sir. Yes.
Promise 1. Never take things from a stranger. Promise 2. Never go anywhere with a stranger.
When Kay was young, she and her father wrote the promises they made in this notebook.
Promise 3. Always greet people with a smile, even people you don't know.
Promise 4, never cry in front of strangers. Promise 5, always try your hardest to learn about things you don't understand. Hey, Kay, you want to take a look at this book? Maybe that'll jog your memory. Needless to say, there was a struggle between Kay and herself. Unfortunately, Kay won.
However, why is it in a place like this? Ah, now that you mention it, I once heard something from Detective Bad a long time ago. It seems that before anyone had noticed, Kay's memento had gone missing.
What?
So, a piece of evidence that was in police custody went missing? Detective Bad frantically searched all over for it, but it seems he never found it. What could this mean? Why was the missing notebook found here?
Why do you have it now, madam? Dead, madam. Fuck. Mario just posted it in the channel. This person is no more. She has ceased to be. She's expired. She's gone to meet her maker. She's a stiff, bereft on life. She rests in peace. If she hadn't died, she'd be pushing up daisies. Her metabolic process has now are now history. She's off the twig. She's kicked the bucket. She's stuffed off her mortal coil. Run down the curtain and join the bleeding choir invisible. She is an ex-person. And I think the next line is something about getting a replacement. If I'm remembering it right. I don't know. It's been a while since I've watched Monty Python.
You there, do you happen to know anything about this notebook?
The victim was carrying this notebook when we found her. That was the only evidence we had to identify the body.
I've got a slug.
Yep.
So that's why you called her Kay. What a misleading victim, huh? Why'd she have Kay's notebook? I sure would like to have some information on the victim's identity, though.
I have not looked at the face. Oh, well, the credit card might give us some information.
Leather boots! Yeah. And there's some blood on her head. Maybe she was hit with something. We don't know that for sure. Our investigation will ultimately clear that up.
Okay. What's this?
There's a burn mark on her hand. Is it connected to the cause of death? No, it appears to be an old scar. She probably got it a long time ago. It seems there's something in her hand. Detective, could you open her hand for me?
You can't even open a corpse's hands?
Yes, sir. Understood. This is, Oh, I know. This must be a gift card from the department store.
It seems to be a key card.
Why? The question is, what was this key card for?
Interesting. Okay, I think that's basically everything. Pretty much with the body. I don't know if I need to talk. I probably don't need to talk with anybody in this room. I probably just have to, like, start pulling logic. To enter the meeting room, a special key card is needed. Well. Hello. No-brainer.
Perhaps the key card the victim was holding is for this room. I'll go find out, sir. Mr. Edgeworth! From this room's security system, we were able to retrieve the data of the victim's card. So that means the victim was able to freely enter this room.
If the card actually belonged to the victim, of course.
Yes, of course.
Well, is it male or female? Is it employee or non-employee? Can we get employees down here to check the body? We have options. Okay. I'm gonna talk with some people. Yes, can I help with something? This is an amazing room. There are large boxes filed with books, a stone sculpture, sparkly windows.
It seems you have also forgotten the names of objects. This might be helpful for recovering your memories. Just repeat after me. Bookcase.
Broken safe. God damn it.
Stained glass.
Stolen goods.
Books on the law.
Crooks on the lam.
Statue of the goddess.
Snatched loot of the great thief.
Are all the mistakes biased towards a certain way?
Sort of.
Okay, until just a few days ago, you were calling yourself my assistant. Looking at me, is there anything you remember?
Things I remember. Well, yes, just one thing. Mr. Edgeworth, on the viewing platform above us.
Oh?
You pointed at me and,
Yes?
with a really scary face, you interrogated me.
That happened just a few minutes ago! Oh, poor Kay. The terror of Mr. Edgeworth badgering you for the contradictions is your only memory. Must be scary, pal. Hopeless. The end of the world, pal. I should show this detective what true terror really is.
And it has to do with a salary.
Now, Kay, before you lost your memories, you got along well with Detective Gumshoe. Does looking at me help you remember anything, pal?
Do I remember anything? Oh, I know. For a while now, Mr. Edgeworth has been getting on your case.
That's not a memory. It's just a pleasant part of my daily life. Isn't that right, Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, so Detective Gumshoe thinks it's pleasant. Seems I'll have to get on his case even more from now on.
Alright, I want to try something here. If there's... Okay, no, actually, no, I don't have it as a piece of evidence. That's shite. Someone walked towards her from behind... Okay, that's a bit of information. Do you remember this thingy? I was carrying this right. I don't remember anything about it, though.
So you really don't remember? Not even a little bit?
Well, maybe I just grabbed it without thinking, due to the shock of losing my memories. You know, like they say, grasping at straws. What's wrong? You have an awfully serious look on your face.
I won't tell you to be silent, but you should think before talking.
I see. I will keep that in mind. Shite. I don't know if there's anything else to do with you. And I've already talked with you.
Is the investigation... Investigation going well?
Sir, I am actually putting my job aside to do some brain training. By focusing on images instead of words, you can simulate your right brain. Stimulate, rather.
Please stop talking.
He's Edgeworth. He's always got a serious face. Ah, yes.
It is unfortunately a curse with him, I guess.
Yes, what is it? A murder case at the PIC meeting room. Since you asked to cooperate in the investigation, I do hope you will be able to produce results.
Naturally. Why do you think I'm here?
Well, now that you mention it, why are you here exactly?
Oh, that's right. She still doesn't know about my PIC hearing today. Shut your mouth. The circumstances behind it are deeper than the sea, sir. Allow me to explain it on Mr. Edgeworth's behalf.
Miles Edgeworth, I do not care about your circumstances. All that matters now is reaching the truth of this case. Am I wrong?
Indeed, there is some truth in what you say. If you ask me, I don't think that's totally wrong.
I'll say this. Whipping someone is easier than being worried.
But being on the receiving end of the whip isn't as... Damn it! Franziska, why are you here when you are supposed to be working with Interpol?
Curious, are you? But it's confidential. I have no obligation to tell you.
Her response was as I expected.
More importantly, shouldn't there be a prosecutor in charge of this, murder case? I don't know who it is, but I was hoping it wouldn't be someone completely useless. They're not even here yet. They're late! Just what is that fool thinking?
Shut! I have nothing to do with it, sir. I wouldn't think it's very commendable to just whip people at random.
I swing, therefore I whip. That is my philosophy. I will whip anyone who slacks off in their work.
The yet unseen prosecutor in charge, I hereby offer you my sympathies in advance.
relation to Dr. Young.
Judging from your exchange just now, I take it you've met Dr. Young before?
How astute, Miles Edgeworth. That's right. She is an acquaintance of mine. Back then... Oh, it's a long story.
It seems she doesn't intend to tell me anymore. Shall I leave it at that, then? So, what happened back then? Please, tell me all about it, sir! Yo!
A foolish fool shamelessly prying into other people's business! Watch what you say, Scruffy!
How cruel. Ripping me out of the blue. With great whip comes great responsibility, sir.
One good whip deserves another. A scruffy fool gets the whip. Try harder, worthless whip bait!
Yeah. It appears I was right to leave it at that.
Goody goody. We avoided our lumps another day. Right, well, okay, do we need to deduce anything on this? I feel like that's exactly what I'm supposed to be doing here. Yeah, this is a deduce button, so therefore, I'm gonna make the assumption what we're supposed to do.
Is this spot house somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold?
Oh, it certainly is.
The purple flower Kay had with her. I wonder if that originally belonged to the victim. Now that you mention it, the cloth does look the same as the one on the pin. Yes, let's compare them without delay. It's a perfect match, sir! Way to go, Mr. Edgeworth!
Well, we have now found a flower on Kay that happened to match with the suit of a dead person. This is not a victory.
The fact that this flower belongs to the victim means...
That can only mean that Kay Faraday came in contact with the victim. And about that corsage, it looks like it was forcibly ripped off. There's a possibility that Kay Faraday is connected to this case, and depending on the situation, we may have to consider her as a suspect.
What did you say? There's no way she did it! It's unthinkable. Kay could never do that, sir. However, it's true we have no evidence to deny that claim.
Oh dear.
It's nothing more than a possibility at the moment. Isn't that right, Miles Edgeworth?
Indeed. For better or for worse.
Well, that's all that stuff. Pretty sure that... Well, okay, hold on. Oh, I didn't examine this thing. Right.
Could this be the murder weapon, sir? A three-pronged candelabra. It's consistent with the number of stab wounds. She was probably stabbed by the prongs on the candelabra. A candy zebra? I'm afraid it's not quite what you're imagining, Detective. A candelabra is a candlestick holder with multiple arms. Ah, so it's a candle holder. You know, one time I forgot to pay my electric bill and I had to get by on only with candles. What time period are you from?
Well, the Stone Ages if you keep pulling his... Again. No, not gonna keep harping on it. Fiendish.
So the victim's identity remains unknown.
Should you really still be calling me Kay?
Of course! What are you saying, pal?
Thank you, but then what about that woman?
She is someone who you may have killed. That's all we know.
There's no way that's true! Right, Mr. Edgeworth? I also do not believe you killed her.
You are such a naive man, Miles Edgeworth.
Here I come to save the day! What?
That voice. Who?
What? Who is this? Oh, fuck, no. No. I don't really remember Mighty Mouse's theme, so that was the only line that I know about. Speaking of idiots. Yes. Don't be afraid anymore, for the best prosecutor's here today. Shit. I apologize for the buffoon. Pardon the intrusion. Interruption, rather. Mr. Edgeworth, get away from the victim. I have inherited her dying wish. No one asked for you.
Did you know the victim?
10 out of 10 singing Sebastian. Actually, yeah, I do feel like Sebastian would absolutely be flat.
Just as I thought. The goddess of law will surely reveal the truth to us. So please, rest in peace.
That's right, Justine. Now that I'm here, everything will be A-okay.
The culprit will rue the day he crossed paths with you.
Miles Edgeworth! Who is this fool of a man?
Why is she glaring at me?
Yeah, I didn't bring him into this world.
You are Franziska von Karma, am I correct? I apologize for my late introduction. I am Justine Courtney.
Frost bitch versus Frost bitch. Who wins?
And the deceased individual is...
Attorney Jill Crane, one of the members of the Prosecutorial Investigation Committee.
I see. So that's why she had the key card. I take it you're in charge of this case?
That's right. I love how he does that exactly the same way as frickin' Judge Courtney.
That's right. And with me in charge, this case is as good as something. That reminds me, I haven't caught your name yet. If you just wanted to know my name, you didn't have to...
Just state your name! I will not tolerate any unnecessary remarks.
Sebastian the Best.
It seems the pecking order has been decided.
Yes.
Mr. Sebastian the Best. Here, this is from Granny.
This is the autopsy report.
Well, it seems you've been bested, Mr. Edgeworth.
The best does it just like Courtney. He opens up his pointer exactly like her gavel.
This wasn't a competition to begin with.
My job is done. May we meet again in front
of another corpse.
Okay, let's go home quickly and eat some noodles. I'll be leaving too. Take care, everyone.
The victim's head wound was post-mortem.
Sebastian.
And the candelabra dealt the fatal blow. Estimated time of death is late last night. What is it, Justine?
While I do appreciate your enthusiasm, perhaps you should give your tongue a rest. You might pull a muscle.
Yep, pretty easy with him rattling off nonsense.
That would be painful indeed.
Well, good thing we know that bit of autopsy report. Anyways, it's quite clear now. Kay Faraday must be arrested.
What's the big idea, pal?
It's just as he says, Detective. The culprit is Miss Kay Faraday. The young lady in bandages over there, although she's not wearing her usual attire. Are you not Miss Kay Faraday?
And what would you do if she is Kay? If you're going to arrest her? Then I will resist by any means necessary. That I guarantee you.
I am now convinced. The doubts surrounding your suitability as a prosecutor were indeed warranted.
It's fine, Mr. Edgeworth. You can go. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine.
What are you saying, Kay? You can't just go along with them, pal.
But I don't remember anything. What if I really did kill that woman, and then forgot about it? If that's true...
Acknowledgement is the goddess' mercy. Atonement is her will. The goddess of law will surely praise you for your prudence.
Sebastian, and Judge Courtney, if you believe she is the culprit, on what basis do you make your accusations? Unless I'm completely convinced by your explanation, I will not obey your orders.
Fine. Have it your way. Now, sit tight and listen to the perfect reasoning of the best.
This is gonna be a shit show.
I am the best in the world. No one else can do what I do. Yes, that is why I was the first to realize that Kay Faraday is the culprit. She broke into the meeting room in order to steal something. In other words, she's the only one who could have killed Miss Crane.
His logic's as awful as ever, sir. Harsh words coming from you, detective.
Please press the first one. It sounds like it'd be funny.
Oh, don't worry, I will. I asked for some basis to your claims, yet your reasoning has told me absolutely nothing.
However, we have no evidence to prove she didn't do it either.
Oh.
Don't worry, Kay. I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth will pull off a miracle. You think my deductions are some kind of miracle work?
You better not disappoint me. Understand, Miles Edgeworth? Because if you do, this whip of mine won't stay silent.
Noted. I'll make a ton of mistakes, so you keep whipping me. Right. I am going to press save on here. Also, I'm going to, like, run right back over to the mini fridge and grab water, because I am out here. So, hold on a sec. From save point. I am the best in the world. No one else can do what I do. Really.
Already, I've noticed 2 contradictions in your testimony.
My reasoning is flawless. It doesn't contain even a single contradiction.
The number of contradictions has just increased to 3.
I get it. This is all a part of your plan to mislead me, isn't it? Well, too bad, because the best will not be led astray. Yes, that's why I was the first to realize that the Kay Faraday is the culprit.
If you believe Kay is the culprit, then I would like to hear the basis for your reasoning.
Just sit back and be in awe of my brilliant deductions. Nothing escapes the watchful eye of the best. Before I had even laid eyes on the crime scene, no, before I was even aware of the case, yes, I knew that she was the culprit. Basis of your reasoning.
Yes, ma'am!
Well, she broke into the meeting room in order to steal something.
To steal something? Steal what exactly?
That's, what Kay Faraday tried to steal was a file. Its contents, to be exact, an investigation report regarding Prosecutor Edgeworth. Do you have any evidence to prove she needed something like that? I am not the one who needs to present evidence. Isn't that right, Prosecutor Edgeworth?
Yes, I suppose that may be true.
What?
At any rate, Sebastian, please continue your reasoning.
In other words, she's the only one who could have killed Miss Crane.
Do you have any evidence to prove that no one else but Kay could have committed the crime?
Nope!
Sebastian, let me tell you what would be the best thing for you to do. Look into any other possible suspects besides Kay. Right now. Post-haste.
The best thing for me to do. Look into any other possible suspects.
Hey, let us brainwash him, please.
According to the preliminary reports, there were no traces of anyone else besides her.
Even so, isn't it too premature to declare that she is the culprit?
Declaring that she isn't so early into the investigation is... declaring that she isn't so early into the investigation is a little premature as well, is it not?
If only I had evidence that could prove Kay's innocence. Good grief. There's a limit to how much you can falsely accuse someone.
It's fine, Mr. Edgeworth. You don't have to...
Fear not, Kay. The truth will be revealed soon enough.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Kay couldn't have murdered Miss Crane. If I can just prove that, she will be cleared of suspicion.
She broke into the meeting room in order to steal something. Do we have clear evidence of the fact that she wouldn't have? Oh wait, she broke into the meeting room in order to steal something. Well, I mean, we do have this ticket stub here. Ticket stub used to enter the Grand Tower viewing platform. And this might prove the fact that she indeed was not here to steal something, but to do this. So, shit.
Mr. DeBest, there's a contradiction in your statement.
Is that true, Justine?
It is not, Sebastian. It is Prosecutor Edgeworth's statement that is contradictory. Of course, there's no way there could be a contradiction in my argument.
Isn't it full of contradictions?
Oh, I didn't check the candelabra. Let me do that.
Oh, that's blood. The prongs of the candelabra are covered in blood. And the shape even match up with the victim's wounds. Is this the murder weapon of the case?
Alright. Oh, hello.
This is a rare shape for a pedestal. If the spot where it was put on still has this mark, then it will become apparent whether or not it had been placed there.
Very interesting. Okay, I'll try and take a look around for, you know, star-shaped kind of thing. Actually, it sort of has a shape of a starry bit. All I can think is that somehow this letter would prove that she has another motive for coming here aside from that. Because it says, Dear Kay, I promise that I'll get it back for you, your most precious memory. And that's telling me that this could potentially say that she came to the room for another reason. Ugh. Shit.
What do you think about this piece of evidence?
Why are you asking for my opinion?
Don't you see? This evidence contradicts your testimony.
What? I don't believe this evidence has any kind of meaning. Is that right?
With Judge Courtney here.
Also, you don't need to yell objection so loudly. Just showing evidence will suffice.
But it's what I do. You don't need to tell me that.
Okay. If you can give me a real subtle hint. How? How? That's a pretty subtle hint, but it speaks quite a lot of words. How? Are we talking about how in reference to how the person died? Or is it something in the statement? Or how did she break in? Keycard for entering the PIC meeting room was in the victim's possession. How did she break it? See, here's the thing. I guess I don't know how she would have potentially broken in. The only way in would be the keycard, which the keycards are extremely rare from what I can tell. You know, only security can have them. Jill being one of the people that possibly could. I guess in that regard, Jill could have let her in. That doesn't necessarily take her off the table as murderer, but... There! Okay. How was a pretty good hint.
It certainly sounds like you are quite familiar with this room.
The best man for the job should know all about the best places.
Unfortunately, it seems that you are not the best man for the job.
Are you mocking me?
That's for you to decide. You didn't even know about this keycard, did you?
Of course I know about that. You need to enter. You needed to enter this room. Was it really needed? This foolish fool simply doesn't know when to give up.
Sebastian, do you really suspect Kay?
That's right. She's the only one who could have done it.
Well then, allow me to ask you. Since this room can only be entered by using a keycard, how did she enter the room without one?
Yeah. Well,
She probably used this and that and
Oh, did you pull a muscle? Allow me to explain then. The door could only be opened by members of the PIC, which means... Yes, that's correct. She conceded so easily. Take a look at this. It's a record of this room that I investigated just a while ago. At 12:52 a.m., the door was opened using Miss Crane's keycard. Interesting. What was that other number, though? It's probable that the killer entered the room together with the victim, Miss Crane. After entering, the situation must have soured, leading to the murder. Your logic holds, but it is still merely conjecture. I would imply that the killer and the victim were acquainted.
They are. I have proof that they were acquainted.
No way, pal. Kay doesn't even know the victim.
That is merely an assumption on your part, unless you have any evidence to prove your claim. Evidence is everything, in court and at the crime scene. Without it, your argument is invalid. In that case, I trust that you have evidence to prove that Kay Faraday and the victim were connected. Of course.
What?
This letter was discovered by Dr. Young in Miss Crane's breast pocket.
The victim's belongings? Why did she withhold such vital evidence until now? Could it be she was waiting for the perfect time to reveal it? Come to think of it.
And the candelabra dealt the fatal blow. Estimated time of death is late last night. What is it, Justine? While I do appreciate your enthusiasm, perhaps you should give your tongue a rest. You might pull a muscle. Ice Queen. I'll read it for you. To Miss Crane, thank you so much for helping with my plan. I'm glad that we can help each other get what we want. It's like killing two birds with one stone. Please get revenge for 12 years ago. Kay. In other words, Kay Faraday and Miss Crane were accomplices. They probably planned to steal something from this room.
Preposterous!
Wait! That means the main culprit is... It's still Kay Faraday, of course. It just means her crimes have increased by yet one more. Shit!
I'm the main culprit? Don't believe her, Kay. It's all a bunch of nonsense. There's no way Kay would do something like that.
Nonsense? Not at all. The evidence speaks for itself. Wouldn't you agree?
I knew that they wouldn't suspect Kay unless they had some sort of proof, but to think they would actually have such decisive evidence.
Is it handwritten? Because if it's not, we have a chance.
Nicely done, Justine. Thank you very much.
Your explanation is still insufficient. I cannot accept such an argument.
Sebastian, would you please leave this to me? All right. Make sure you shut Mr. Edgeworth up once and for all.
I can't allow their allegations to gain any more momentum. I must turn it around here.
Letter from Kay.
The relationship between Kay Faraday and Miss Crane is as documented in this letter. She roped Miss Crane into assisting her with a plan. However, for some reason, their partnership broke down. Miss Crane was murdered, but with her dying breath, she managed to retaliate. Her parting gift is this letter, which she tucked safely away in her left breast pocket.
Her testimony's even better than ever. Maybe the most perfect it's ever been, sir. Are you gonna be alright, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, of course. I don't know.
How unsightly, Miles Edgeworth. Save your stoic act for some other time.
Miss Montgomery, just whose side are you on?
I'm on nobody's side, Scruffy. When searching for the truth, It's best not to take sides.
Watch what you say, Miss Von Karma, or else Mr. DeBest is gonna...
Best, you say? Well, I can tell you that the side I'm on is always the... How irritating.
Well, I suppose that's one thing we can agree on.
All right. Your rebuttal. Kay Faraday and Miss Crane. Oh my god. Oh, that's fun. That's a fun little bit of evidence that now screws me over. 12 different times. Sure. Okay. The relationship between Kay Faraday and Miss Crane is as documented in this letter.
And just what kind of relationship did they have, Kay have with the victim?
In the letter she wrote, "Thank you so much for helping with my plan." The relationship should be quite obvious. That's right. She roped Miss Crane into assisting her with her plan.
I would like to hear about Kay's alleged plan in more detail.
Just as she wrote in the letter, she wanted to steal something.
What's more, the sender of the letter is Kay Faraday, so it's obvious who the main culprit is.
That letter could have easily been forged. It doesn't prove anything that she planned to steal anything.
If memory serves me right, wasn't she a great thief? Yes, but she didn't steal anything, though.
She's, taking a break at the moment.
I doubt there's any thief who would inform a prosecutor about their upcoming crimes. Perhaps she simply returned to her trade without you knowing.
I suppose I have no means of denying that possibility.
Kay Faraday planned the theft, and Miss Crane got caught up in it. However, for some reason, their partnership broke down.
For some reason, you say? It seems your explanation isn't very clear.
I'm sure the reason will become clear upon further investigation. But more importantly, there is no evidence to prove that Kay Faraday did not commit this crime.
While there's some evidence to suggest that she committed a crime, none of it can truly be called a decisive thing. Indeed, be decisive evidence. Jeez.
Come on, man.
What about the letter that shows their complicity and the scene of the crime? I think it's fair to say we cannot decisively rule out the possibility that she committed the crime. Miss Crane was murdered, but with her dying breath, she managed to retaliate.
Do you have any evidence to prove that Kay was the murderer?
Haven't you been listening? We've been saying that this letter is the evidence.
Oh, and where in the letter does it say that she planned to murder the victim?
That's a... I've got it! It's a hidden message written in invisible ink that can only be read by heating it up. You've been watching too many, crime scene investigation shows.
Sebastian, I wouldn't get your hopes up for something like that. There is, of course, evidence that points to her as the criminal. Her parting gift is this letter, which she tucked safely away in her left breast pocket.
We searched the victim's left breast pocket as well, but...
You found nothing, I presume.
Naturally, the officer who found the letter immediately brought it to the best man of the scene.
The letter was safely tucked away in her left breast pocket, right above her heart. I believe this letter carries Miss Crane's will for the criminal to be arrested.
I have no interest in your beliefs. What I'm interested in is the truth. You said that the letter was in the left breast pocket of the victim, correct?
I swear by the goddess of law, there are no lies or mistakes in my statement. The letter was indeed discovered inside the victim's left breast pocket.
The victim had been stabbed in the left chest area where the letter was hidden. This may very well be an important clue. I don't think that Kay wrote the letter. But unless I can draw out more information here, that thought means nothing. I should start by pressing her for more details.
Let me check this. Stab wound to the left chest with a candelabra. Head wound was post-mortem. Well, there's nothing in here specifically saying anything about what we did with the shirt. But I do remember we were talking about the whole, like, buttoning up of the shirt thing. I think that's going to come up, later, I believe. So, maybe I just need to present the other letter and, like, queue up on these things. No, shit.
Judge Courtney, don't you have a problem with that statement just now?
Should I have a problem with it?
Exactly, because there's no problem at all.
In that case, you should have refrained from speaking in the first place. Whoops. I mean, if we look at the picture, you can clearly see that the stab wounds were indeed in the left breast. Well, like, actually, wait. No, the left breast pocket has got gloves in it. Well, I guess you could have a very small, thin letter inside of that pocket.
The victim held on to the truth until her dying breath. A truly touching story indeed.
The voices of the dead are soft. One must listen carefully to hear their dying wishes. And Miss Crane had spoken. Kay Faraday is the culprit.
Perhaps the voices you have been hearing are actually the whispers of the devil. Hey, don't make fun of Justine! Let's listen to the voice of reason. Judge Courtney, please take a look at this autopsy report.
There's no need. I remember it perfectly. The victim was stabbed in the left breast...
No, it can't be. The letter was found in the victim's left breast pocket. And that's where the victim was stabbed with the candelabra, right, sir? Precisely. It wouldn't have been possible to stab her there without piercing the letter as well.
Oh. That's where you were going with that. Never mind.
So that begs the question. Why was the letter found in the victim's pocket? It's simple. It was placed there after the victim was murdered to throw suspicion onto Kay. Somebody intentionally wanted to create this very situation. In other words, there exists the possibility that the letter was forged by the true culprit. No! The real murderer tries to pin the crime on Kay. That is the only explanation for this letter. And in doing so, the murderer ended up digging their own grave, right, sir?
The culprit is Kay Faraday. The letter was... Yeah, it was actually found in the victim's other pocket.
What are you saying, pal?
The officer's report was wrong when he said the letter was in her left pocket. It's actually in the... A foolish fool who continues to make a fool of himself. Is there no cure for your foolishness? Why do you keep whipping me? And quit calling me a fool. I saved you the trouble of punishing him yourself.
Indeed, though I had no intention of punishing him. This letter is stained with blood, no doubt because it was found in the left breast pocket. There couldn't have been an error in the officer's report, unless you were the investigator.
Say something, Justine.
I see you have no objections. Then allow me to continue. There's one more potential suspect in this case.
Don't be ridiculous! The killer entered this very room. There wasn't anyone else who did that beside Kay Faraday and the victim.
To enter the meeting room, one needs a key card. And their reasoning assumes that the murderer and the victim entered the room together. This is what we overlooked. If we just discard that assumption, then... This evidence reveals the other suspect besides Kay.
And that would be the keycard record.
This is the keycard record Judge Courtney handed me earlier. The victim's keycard was used at 12:52 a.m. And there was one more person who also used a keycard.
So you're saying this person was waiting to ambush the victim inside the meeting room? The keycard was used at 10:15 p.m. I wouldn't say it's impossible. No. It's impossible.
And what makes you say that, pal? You got any proof?
Of course I do. I, myself, am that proof. I was the one who used that keycard, after all. Suspicious. Is there something strange about a PIC member entering the PIC meeting room?
That proves nothing. The fact that you were in here at all makes you a suspect. Or do you perhaps have any evidence that you didn't kill your colleague?
Such nonsense! What would I gain by murdering her?
Allow me to reiterate what you said earlier. I'm sure it will all become clear upon further investigation.
Why would I, a faithful servant of the law, commit a crime? True enough, I entered this room. However, that alone is not reason enough to suspect me of a crime.
If that's the case, please tell me why you entered this room.
I had some business to take care of, and some preparations had to be made.
Preparations? That sounds pretty suspicious, pal.
Unfortunately, I cannot disclose what these preparations were. However, I'm sure you could hazard a guess, Prosecutor Edgeworth.
She-devil. So she was preparing for my hearing. She must have gathered all the necessary materials to take away my prosecutor's badge.
Wonderful, what? It's good to see young people go head-to-head so ruthless. Who? What?
Who is that? The hell?
I have no idea what the heck I'm supposed to do about this guy. That takes me back. When I was young, I'd always butt heads with this brash detective. And then one day, he just disappeared. I hope he's still doing well. Here comes the waterworks.
Chairman DeBest!
Did she just say DeBest? Look, Courtney, you sure are full of energy today. And if it isn't little Von Karma, look how much you've grown since I last saw you.
Sir, it has been quite a while.
A curtsy? You don't have to treat me like some sort of stranger, you know? Remember back in the old days when you'd sit on my lap and call me Unky Boo Boo? Yes, embarrassing stories. I agree. Keep going. Here I go again. How I cried back then.
Pops, what are you doing here?
A member of the PIC was killed, and I heard that you were in charge of the case.
What kind of prosecutor is followed around by his own father?
Hold your tongue! Wait, hold your tongue, rather. This is not Von Karma, but they are both just as vicious and mean.
Do you have any idea who this man is? Chairman of the PIC, former chief prosecutor. He's the right hand of the goddess of law.
Now, Courtney. I'm just an old chuck of coal. There's no reason to speak so highly of me.
Please excuse my subordinate's behavior. I am
Prosecutor Edgeworth, isn't it? Along with his trusty sidekick, Dick Gumshoe. I am Blaze DeBest. I'm the proud father of that idiot over there. Shit! When that boy was born, me and the missus were happy as can be, you see? But now I don't even know where she's gone to.
Pops, you need a handkerchief?
Yes, Sebastian is an idiot, but he's such a good boy, you know?
quite the doting father and son.
Now then, Courtney, how's the investigation going?
Sir, we've established that the culprit is Kay Faraday. We are currently focusing our efforts.
There are too many uncertainties in this case. It's impossible to determine that she's the culprit. Surely you haven't forgotten the matter of the letter?
I already told you. It was just a simple mistake. The letter was in another pocket. You talk too much.
Now, let's all play nice. Everyone just calm down.
I'm sorry that you had to witness such an unsightly scene, Mr. Chairman.
Don't apologize, Courtney. I can follow everyone's logic. Except Sebastian's, that is.
Hey, Pops!
Chairman DeBest, I am a prosecutor. My duty is to bring criminals to justice. However, I won't make someone out to be a criminal without sufficient motive and evidence.
I've heard about you and your relationship with the suspect, you know. To share such a strong bond.
Kay has assisted the police in arresting criminals countless times, pal. There are too many facets of this case that remain unexplored. I almost said faucets, because, boy, look at this guy's eyes. They are running.
I see. The bonds of youth are a wonderful thing indeed.
What are you... What?
The fuck? But that is, and that is that, and this is this, you know.
What's that supposed to mean?
The prosecutor's office needs to resolve this case as quickly as possible. I mean, just think of all the other cases that are piling up. There's no time to waste here. It's unfortunate, but you understand, right, Edgeworth?
What?
Now then, Kay Faraday, I'd like to arrest you now.
Okay.
No! I won't let you! Kay's innocent, pal!
To defy Chairman DeBest is to defy the law. It would be a grave act of disloyalty. In other words, a hearing won't be needed. Are you prepared to lose your prosecutor's badge?
That's... Mr. Edgeworth's badge. You can't do that!
Using a prosecutor's badge as a shield? What does the PIC come to?
Kay, you haven't done anything wrong.
Mr. Edgeworth, it was only for a short time, but thank you for everything. I'm sorry I turned out to be a criminal. We'll make sure to impart your confession to the goddess of law.
Stop. Hold your horses!
What should I do? When I was young, I wanted to become a defense attorney, like my father. Someone who can fight to save those in need. And right now, this badge is holding me back. A mere badge for the life of a dear friend. I don't even have to consider it.
All right. Farewell, Mr. Edgeworth.
Hold it right there, Judge Courtney!
What is it now, Prosecutor Edgeworth?
Shit, yes.
This is your prosecutor badge. Prosecutor Edgeworth, what is the meaning of this?
Consider this my resignation. I am no longer a prosecutor.
Fuck!
Mr. Edgeworth! What are you doing? Explain yourself, Miles Edgeworth! You can't be serious!
Mr. Edgeworth, you're joking, right? If you want a prosecutor, then I... My only mission is to bring the truth to light. If it's the prosecutor's path to turn a blind eye to the truth, that title is worth nothing to me. I will walk in the path that I believe in. I will not be stopped here!
You're running away from Von Karma. From me.
No matter what you say, I don't intend to go back on my decision.
So, you are leaving me behind again. I'll never forgive you for this. No, this is all my fault.
There she goes.
I'm sorry. If only I weren't here.
Wait, Kay?
We got a runner.
Detective Gumshoe, don't follow me. But, Mr. Edgeworth, boss... I'm not your boss anymore, Detective. That's just too much, sir. It's always been you and me. We've always been a team. Detective Gumshoe, you no longer need to follow my lead. You should try to accomplish whatever you can on your end.
That's heartbreaking. This is bad. We just let a dangerous criminal escape. How can I let her get away after all my hard work, you see?
Rest assured, Mr. Chairman, this area will be locked down immediately.
Good. I expect the best from you, Courtney.
And the best from me.
Yep. This is awkward. Suddenly, you have a lot less power than you did, huh? I wonder if that'll be reinstated in any way, shape, or form. Like, after the PIC is caught meddling in, like, dark shit, it's being like, well, yeah, your resignation didn't make too much sense, so, you want to be a prosecutor again? Who knows? April 5th, 5:58 p.m., High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202.
Kay? She's not here either. Where in the world could she have gone?
Hey, friend. Knock, knock, I'm here.
Mr. Shields.
What's going on, Miles? Well, a long face. Take it from Uncle Ray, you won't be popular with the ladies looking like that.
Why are you here? Did something happen?
That's my line. Have you seen the news about the murder at the PIC headquarters? Your hearing, wasn't it there today? I found myself wondering if you guys had somehow got caught up in it.
Wait, it already made the news?
I hear they're searching for a teenage girl suspected of killing an attorney. I can't imagine it could have been her, but, it has been bothering me. Could you give me the full rundown?
The truth is...
Miles, are you trying to give your Uncle Ray a heart attack?
I'm not joking. She really did lose her memory.
On top of that, she's a suspect. That makes things even more difficult. Where would she have gone off to? She lost her memory, right?
I was hoping she would return here, but...
Not likely. She felt responsible for what happened to you, right? Then there's no way she would come back here.
I know that, but... Where else can I look?
Calm down, Miles. This isn't like you. It's rare to see you get so heated up. Well, not that it's a bad thing. Now, if you're trying this hard to save an innocent suspect from false charges, I'm sure you'd make a great defense attorney. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Join our firm! Join the revolution.
Actually, just a while ago, I turned in my badge. But that doesn't mean I've decided to become a defense attorney. Besides, Kay isn't just a mere suspect. I may have only known her for a short time, but we've been through quite a lot together. And I know she isn't capable of murder.
I'm surprised. I never thought you would go so far to support someone else. I don't know if you even realize it yourself, but it seems a deep bond has already begun to grow between you and Kay. I'd see it even gives my bond with your father a run for its money.
No, it's not that deep. She just keeps barging into my state of affairs.
Yeah, that girl can be quite a handful. But I'm certain that something has changed inside you since you met her.
Oh, please.
I'm really jealous, you know. After all, I lost my old partner. That's why you need to find Kay right now. I don't want you to lose your bond like your Uncle Ray did. Symmetry! Symbolism! Well then, I have a proposal. We have no idea where she is, and searching around blindly won't get us anywhere. In that case, why don't we try searching for the cause of her memory loss? Maybe that could give us a lead.
I see. That might be a good idea. From what she told me, something must have happened to her at the Grand Tower.
Great, that's it. Let's get going then. Hey, at the very least, could you stop looking so grim? If you stay that way, Kay probably won't want to come back at all.
I'm not that scary. I'm not the boogeyman, damn it. Good grief, I'm no match for this man.
And we're here. April 5th, 6:42 p.m. Grand Tower viewing platform.
It seems it's already dark.
Still open on the day of a murder. You gotta admire their capitalist spirit. But there's no one here. Looks like we've got the place all to ourselves. Lady to the right.
To prove Kay's innocence, I'll need to investigate her lost memories.
Hey, let's go, Miles. Can't investigate the roof as much. Wait, we can investigate the roof as much as we want, so let's do what we can. Let's go.
Do what we can, huh? I suppose that's all we can do for now. Shrug.
Right, no, I saw you guys.
Miles Edgeworth, so we meet again.
What are you two doing here?
Well, we came all this way, so I thought we'd buy some cotton candy. And what about you? You want folks to get the wrong idea about you?
Do not worry, I will decide my own actions.
You're just a no-good ex-prosecutor. It's no wonder you got the axe. Wait, what? You got fired?
You needn't be concerned with what happens to me.
Are you sure? Oh, yeah, what happened to Kay?
Oh, shut up.
Was there some sort of trouble between you two? Anything I can do to help? How about an injection?
No. Although drugs would be marvelous right about now.
It's fine. Are injections our answer to everything?
Oh, right, it's getting cold, isn't it? Let's go home. Well then, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, let's meet again soon.
Well, that was interesting. So, cotton candy stand. Hey, let's see if there's some kind of, like, I don't know, some weird reflections thing happening. Oh. You, sir, how about some heavenly cotton candy? Heaven's Tier.
Heaven's Tier? Did they name them after the shape of the clouds you can see from here?
We tear a regular piece of cotton candy in half and then sell it without changing the price. That's why the name is Heaven's Tier. We tear the cost in half while crying tears of joy.
If the customers knew that, they would be crying tears of sorrow.
Miles seems too Victorian for morphine. Maybe cocaine or opium would be better. Maybe. Ooh, hey. Binoculars. I'll come back for you. Look at this, hold on. There.
It's a statue of a pony, sparkling in the twilight. The statue has wings. Perhaps it's Pegasus, the flying horse of myth. No, there's a horn on its head. Could it be the legendary unicorn? But I thought unicorns didn't have wings. What's this? There's a plaque at the bottom. The title of this work is written on the plaque. A magical contradiction. I suppose the only part of this work I was able to understand was the contradiction part.
Okay, so there's that. Flowers, lights. Well, here's the tree that she was at. Oh, hey, griffins.
It's a statue of a creature with the body of a lion and the beak and wings of a bird. These statues seem to be guarding the entrance to this peaceful park. It's an immaculate work, down to the last detail. But since it looks so fearsome, wouldn't it frighten away the visitors to the park?
Nah, griffins are okay. Tree. Captain Planet, motherfucker.
It's a cherry tree with branches spread wide. The flowers are nearly in full bloom. According to Kay's testimony, before she was pushed, she was standing under the cherry tree.
Do I see a hatch there? No. Maybe it's nothing and I'm just, I'm thinking too. Oh, fuck me. Come on. No. Skip. Alright, now I'll take a look at this.
If you insert a coin, you can use these binoculars to get a nice view of the city. I'm sure if Kay were feeling better, she'd be happily glued to them. For her sake, I must thoroughly examine every nook and cranny of this viewing platform.
Well, if the viewing platform also counts the city, then you'd better start using the binoculars, binocular boy. Why do you think Kay lost her memories? Was there something she wanted to forget? Miles, did you say something horrible to her?
Stop, of course not! I would never say anything that cruel to someone. Well, I might have said some unkind things to Detective Gumshoe in the past, but...
I see. Now I feel bad for the big guy. Shut your mouth. What else? There's the doorway, but I don't really need to go through there. Another griffin. There's a television back here.
This TV seems to be used for showing advertisements for the companies at the Grand Tower. Right now, it's just showing regular television programs, though.
TV.
Wait, what am I watching this for? The Steel Samurai doesn't dare today. Damn cooking shows.
Okay, there's that. Nothing to see here. Starting to think logic might be my only thing here.
Oh. The person in the red raincoat who pushed Kay off the tower. She said they came toward her from the direction of the stand.
Great bait.
From that we can deduce. Kay was pushed over the railing on this side. The railing is about as high as my chest. It's unlikely that someone could fall from here accidentally. I don't see any particular problems with this railing.
Interesting. But again, Ah, God. I see a trap door and I want to inspect it. God damn it. Where was Kay standing? Person in raincoat came over from a stand and pushed Kay over. So I guess she probably... I mean, she was near the cherry tree, so I guess maybe she was standing somewhere near the railing? Is it that simple? Nope.
I can't see a clear contradiction between these two pieces of information.
Crap. Okay. Well, never mind. Let's... You have anything more to say? Nope. More of just badgering me. Don't you do that. Oh, hey, back. Ah! What are you doing? Oh!
Kay?
Don't mind me. I was just admiring the view beneath the tree.
Did you just fall out of that tree?
I didn't mean to fall. My foot slipped. There.
You're a suspect, and yet you remained at the crime scene. That's not a smart thing to do. Even if you have memory loss, shouldn't you have realized this much? This whole time while you were playing this silly game of hide-and-seek, I've been worried sick about you.
Are you angry with me?
Of course I am. Answer me, what were you doing here? Did you think I'd let you off the hook that easily just because you have memory loss?
That's not it. I came here because I thought I could get your badge back.
What?
If I don't regain my memories, you'll never get it back. I thought if I went back to where I lost my memories, then maybe I would remember... If I could just remember killing her. Why would you want to?
You're still the same as you were before you lost your memories. Your thoughts and actions have always exceeded my expectations. Without a doubt, you are the Kay Faraday I know so well. However, I cannot approve of your recklessness.
I understand. Cut! You get 0 style points, Miles. One more, like, negative point. Here's how it's done. Okay, how about a hug? Okay. Well then.
Mr. Shields.
That was just a joke, honest. Oh, who's bothering us? We interrupt this program with breaking news about the Grand Tower murder Wow. A very studious place. That almost seems like, I don't know. That seems a bit dystopian, just to be like, we interrupt this program to tell you about a murder. The police believe the culprit is a teenage girl who was present at the crime scene. She remains at large at as the police continue to search for her whereabouts. So now you're stuck. Great. Oh no. Well, no, she probably already knows about that. Oh dear, this is getting pretty serious. Well, gang, what's the plan? We don't have much time.
Indeed, it's only a matter of time before they find us here.
So then, why don't you tag along with us for a while, Kay? But I'll just cause trouble for you again.
It pains me to say this, but I've got nothing left to lose at this point.
Mr. Edgeworth. That settles it. We're all in this together now. Miles, you're in charge of proving Kay's innocence. Failure is not an option.
Yes, I understand.
Kay, I want you to help Miles with his investigation as much as you can. Yes, I'll do my best. Let's be quick about it before the cops find us here. Unlike some people, Uncle Ray still has a lot to lose. Sheesh. If I lose the law office, I'll never be able to face Gregory. Maybe stay as far away from us as possible, then.
This man, I'm glad he's on our side.
Well, goody gumdrops. I guess now that you're here. Yes, can I help you with something? I came back here because I thought I might remember something.
Could you again go over what you told me before?
Well, it was raining, so I stood under the cherry tree to take shelter. And then a person in a red raincoat appeared. That person pushed me, and I fell.
Can you tell me anything about the person in the raincoat?
I'm sorry, I don't remember that much. No, wait. As the person approached me, I saw the moon just over their shoulder.
The moon?
Ooh. Yeah, that's right. It's just a faint memory, but I think the moon was in the exact spot as it is now. It was floating just above the cherry tree.
She could see the moon behind the figure in the raincoat.
So that you weren't looking at the stand at all. Hello.
This is a new piece of testimony. I'll be sure to keep it in mind.
Mr. Edgeworth, for a while now, I feel like I'm on the verge of remembering something.
What? Is that true? Well then, please speak freely. Say whatever comes to your mind.
Okay. I remember a faint scent. It was a wonderful smell coming from the counter of a food stall. I followed the fragrance only to find a perfectly sculpted burger resting on 2 golden buns. The tender and juicy patty made my taste buds sing with joy. Yes, I can remember what I thought at the moment. I want seconds!
I don't think this memory has anything to do with the case.
But it's hilarious all the same.
You called yourself the great thief Yadagarasu. You prided yourself on being a noble thief who steals the truth. Do you remember anything about that?
Well, maybe I was called a noble thief because I won the Nobel Prize. That's the Nobel Prize. I said it right. The corrector.
That's Nobel, not noble. And they don't give prizes for thievery.
Okay. Well, now that I have that new piece of info, I wonder... Oh, actually, first off...
if I'm sure Kay were feeling better, she'd be happily glued to them. For her sake, platform.
Well, Is there anything new that I wasn't noticing before? Don't think so. Alright. Where was Kay standing? Kay testified that she remembers standing under the cherry tree. Kay saw the moon behind a person in a raincoat. It's in the same spot tonight. I think we could put these two things together and actually angle this quite right. What? Alright. Person in a raincoat came over from the stand and pushed Kay over. Shit. Well, the only thing I haven't tried is railing and moon, but I don't think... That doesn't look like it connects at all. Do you have anything to say? Anything more about the heavenly cotton candy? Doesn't look like it. Cool. Did I look over the railing over here? Does that even exist? No, I don't think so. Bunch of flowers, more unicorn stuff. And then, of course, there's this. From that we can deduce the railing is about as high as my chest. Shit. Do you have anything else to say? I can't believe this innocence is already on the nose. I wonder how they caught wind of it. Maybe they're doing a live report from the helicopter over there. Uncle Ray's gonna be on TV! Miles, make sure you tune in.
What is he thinking at a time like this?
I gotta have a little bit of jokes. Just a tad bit. Well... again. I looked at the unicorn, and I'm pretty sure there's nothing new about it. Anything more about the griffins? I don't know. Nope. Well, okay, the only thing I could guess at this stage would be, yeah. Person in raincoat came over from the stand and pushed Kay over. Kay saw the moon behind the person in the raincoat. It's in the same spot tonight. Well, these things don't really connect. And that's kind of... I don't know why I'm trying to connect them. Okay, never mind. If I recall Kay's testimony, is the fact that they don't connect the thing that connects them. A person in a raincoat approached her from behind the candy stand. Then this person supposedly pushed Kay over the railing, opposing the stand. Moreover, Kay said she saw the moon over the person's shoulder. However, earlier I confirmed that the moon is floating in the opposite direction. And on the night Kay lost her memories, it seems the moon was in the exact same spot. Therefore, the position of the moon and the person in the raincoat don't match up. Her memories have probably become confused. After all, had she actually been pushed over the railing, she couldn't have survived the fall. Perhaps I should question Kay's memories of where she fell. Very well. Hi! I have more questions. Or I've already done it. Hold on. So... She said she was standing by the cherry tree. Kay probably did not fall over the railing. So maybe she... Did she fall out of the tree? Is that what happened here? Kay was not pushed over the railing on this side. After all, if you fell from here, you wouldn't even be alive in the first place. But I'm certain I was standing under the cherry tree. If I fell, then the only place I could have fallen was over the railing. Well, maybe the ground just opened up from under you and swallowed you up. The ground here could open up? How? No, it's just a joke, okay? Please don't take it so seriously. No, strange as it may sound, that may actually be the truth. Even if it's only a small chance, it matters not. Let's try searching the area around the tree. Oh. Oh. Now I can see it. Kay could not have fallen over the railing.
There must be something around here that proves it. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious look at
Well, let's look at the tree. Oh, whoops. Scroll down. Flower petals are scattered all over the ground.
The blossoms are not yet in full bloom, so the strong winds up here must be the culprit. Personally, I'd appreciate it if they spent a little more effort cleaning these petals up.
But it's so pretty.
This is...
Looks like a maintenance hatch. Okay, maybe you fell down here? Nah, just kidding. There's no way something like that could happen. I'm sorry, I just can't remember if... No, that was just a joke. No need to take it seriously. Right. So, when should I take you seriously then? Never. Well, indeed. Well, if you jumped into Uncle Ray's arms... Mr. Shields! Come on, Miles, it was just a joke. A joke, you know. Oh, I get it. No one ever takes you seriously. Ouch! That stung a bit. But is absolutely accurate. Fell down the hatch. Now we have that as a piece of evidence. Does that mean I can I examine the hatch further then? Okay, no, I cannot. Can't use logic. Do you have any new evidence or something? Nope. Alright, well, maybe now. Maybe I can go over and talk with you about it. No. Do I have anything to present? Nothing new. Maybe I'll present stuff to you if I can't find anything else. Look at the rail again. It's interesting that she saw that of all things. That's weird. The door, the griffins, those things, and then the television again. We're seeing live footage from the 50th floor. Oh, fuck, no. The investigation will continue through the night. The 50th floor? Isn't that the meeting room of the PIC headquarters? That's right, we can see the shadows of the investigators behind those blinds. Uh-oh. Looks like making a clean getaway just got that much harder. It seems we have no choice but to cleverly evade the eyes of the media. Maybe Uncle Ray should have become a spy instead of an attorney. If worse comes to worse, I may have to use Mr. Shields as a decoy. Miles, just now you were thinking of something terrible, weren't you? Shut your face. Oh, I'm investigating stuff. That's strange. I didn't think I would be investigating a television. Police are searching for a 17-year-old suspect in the murder of an attorney. This appears to be a live news broadcast. In other words, what we see on the screen is how the Grand Tower looks at this very moment. Does that mean we can be seen on TV too? No, the camera is too far away and it's too dark to see us clearly. There's no need to worry. It certainly would be bad if Kay were to be seen on TV right now. Convenient. It's a good thing we haven't gotten 4K and, super HDR graphics yet in this generation. Let's see. The 50th floor? Isn't that the meeting room of the PIC headquarters? That's right, we can see the shadows of the investigators behind those blinds. As the reporter said, you can see the investigators' shadows moving around. There's a huge contradiction in this image. I should present that piece of evidence. Oh, wow. A contradiction in the entirety of the evidence. The contradiction is found here. I have no idea if the entire image is the correct thing. But, okay, what is contradictory in this image? Taking a look at this. Well, there's the cherry tree, statues, the divider. Maybe it has something to do with the pamphlet. Cross-section of the tower, overhead view of the platform. Let me check it. Oh, hello!
Do you know how many floors this building has?
Of course, 50 floors, right? Just above the place where the PIC conducts their practically illegal cover-ups. Couples are wishing for love. Kinda ironic, don't you think?
So what's this dark area above the 50th floor?
Oh wait, sorry. So what's this dark area above the 50th floor? Maybe it's the tunnel of love? Those are always dark, eh?
The viewing platform we're on now should be directly above the PIC meeting room. However, the late-night investigation is taking place 2 floors below us. This is a clear contradiction.
Was there a mistake in the pamphlet?
No. Rather, it's more natural to assume this building has a hidden 51st floor.
Not very well hidden, shit.
It's a giant skyscraper.
I see, so that's where the tunnel of love is. Ah, she's so pure and gullible. It's breaking Uncle Ray's heart.
Then why don't you take this opportunity to be more serious for once?
You just don't get it, Miles. I joke around to make things easier for you.
On the contrary, his painful jokes only make things harder for me.
Well, that's all that stuff. Is there a floor 51? I fell down a hatch. What's in Area 51? We must find the aliens.
An extra floor between the 50th floor and the viewing platform. Why didn't anyone notice it?
Normally you'd notice it. I mean, how can you hide an entire floor?
That is where the problem lies. No one noticed something that should have been easily noticeable. In other words, it must be impossible to access the 51st floor through normal means.
I see. Maybe there's a secret portal or something. Okay, now's not the time to be thinking with portals. Fuck! You fan editors!
I'd like you to recall the hatch at the base of the cherry tree. Isn't it normal to assume there's a room on the other side of the maintenance hatch?
Uncle Ray likes where you're going with this. Let's hurry and check it out. There we go. Now, let's see.
This is...
Looks like there's a lot of stuff down there. Is this what they call a storeroom?
There's no doubt about it. This is where Kay fell down.
Of course, and with this, the mystery is solved.
No, not yet. We still have the mystery of the person in the red hood who was walking in midair.
Now, let's not get greedy, shall we? We found the storeroom, so let's wrap things up here.
I suppose. You have a point. It does seem to warrant an investigation.
We'll be back for you, storage room. Well, if it isn't Miles Edge... Oh, God. Ooh. Oh, my God!
Emma, what are you doing here?
Say, alright, I'm gonna say this right now. I was a little bit spoiled about the fact that Emma Skye shows up. I was doing Google searches to look for pictures of Miles Edgeworth for the thumbnails, and I actually saw a little thumbnail that had Emma in it that I didn't recognize. So yeah, I already knew she'd be in the game, but oh, I didn't know she would be showing up here. I heard about the case with Detective Gumshoe. Since I was already in the area, I thought I might as well check out the crime scene. Also, this is Emma Skye of, like, past. So that's interesting. She's still filled with, like, you know, hope of the world.
This girl's name is Emma Skye. She's a high school student studying in Europe to become a forensic scientist. She's the youngest sister of my former boss and a witness in one of my trials 2 years ago.
Detective Gumshoe told me everything over the phone. He sounded really upset. He said you lost your badge at the Grand Tower and the K became a mummy.
Please calm down. I thought you'd left for Europe just a few days ago. Don't tell me you've come back already.
Yep, and I brought my teacher from abroad too. He named an interpreter, so I volunteered to help. He needed an interpreter, rather.
If your teacher cannot speak English, why aren't you with him right now?
He can still communicate with people. Don't underestimate the importance of body language.
That doesn't really count as a language.
But enough about that. What happened to Kay? Is she alright? My, what a good friend. Isn't this great, Kay? Yeah. Who are you? Are you Mr. Edgeworth's new assistant? On the contrary, my dear. I'm Ray Shields, head of the Edgeworth Law Offices. Edgeworth Law Offices? Wait, you mean like defense attorneys? Mr. Edgeworth, when did you suddenly become an attorney?
No, it's not like that. Now that I think about it, it is a rather complicated working relationship.
Don't sweat the details. Let's start with an introductory hug. Why'd you become a defense attorney, Mr. Edgeworth? Hey, don't just ignore me. Because I don't approve at all.
Well, why don't we continue this conversation down below?
That's right. The police could arrive any second now. Mr. Edgeworth, who's she?
I'll explain later. First, we have to go down the hatch.
Yeah, okay. Guess I'll be joining the defense team.
I'll explain about that too.
We have got a lot of explaining to do. Well then, let's go to the storm room. Down the hatch. But with that, it's 9:30, and I think I'm kind of tired. So I think I will call that. It looks like next time I'm going to be doing some scientific investigation. Which, yeah, that's very apt for this situation, considering the fact that we need to figure out what the heck happened to Kay. April 5th, 7:06 p.m. What? Anyway, this was fun. It's very... Oh, God, it's very interesting. I can kind of see tiny little remnants of Kay, but she is very pensive about everything. All right. Well, again, I'm tired, and... I don't know. Again, I'm not feeling, like, 100%. But it was fun to do this. This was a nice little distraction. You know, something that I knew I could do. Anyways, that'll do it for the stream tonight. So thanks everybody who popped in the stream to say hi, to joke around the chat. I appreciate it very much. If you want to take a look at this episode after it's done, I don't know how much editing I have to do. Like, I actually did a fairly decent job. I got tripped up in a couple places. I might still edit it. I'll edit down so that it's less tedious. And then I'll upload it to YouTube after I'm done doing that. I stream on Saturdays, Sundays, and Wednesdays, all of them starting at around 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Some other stuff that I've got on the docket, well, like we've seen today, I'm playing the Ace Attorney games, sort of, not really a retrospective, more of a, I didn't play them when they originally came out, so I really should get on that shit. And then also, I've done Hat in Time mods. It's been real fun doing those. What else? I need to get back on playing Celeste. But honestly, how I'm feeling right now, I don't think Celeste is going to be the thing I do tomorrow. Neither is anything too stressful. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. It's got to be something sort of chill. And I do not know what that is. I'll figure that out. I hope I don't have to, like... Because the thing is, I did cancel stream on Wednesday just because there was some heavy crap going on. And this was actually one of them, because I'm not feeling all that great. And a combination of a lot of things. Oh, by the way, I guess this is a random aside and completely out of nowhere. But one of the things that was bothering me the other day was one of my cats was, like, really sick for some reason. Like, for some reason, her blood work came back after going to the vet, and her liver and kidneys were not filtering her blood properly, and we do not know why. But she's been on antibiotics for a couple days, and she's actually gotten back on her feet, and oh, she's actually better now. So, yeah, that was a big worry. So, my spirits are up. Anyway, I'm just rambling about random stuff now. I think I'm going to get a move on. Again, thanks for coming out. See you next time.